Handpan Happy Hour. My name is Wallace. I'm a handpan player here in Lexington, Kentucky, and this is another beautiful episode of what I am going to continually do weekly for you. So today's question is, how can I incorporate silence and pausing within my handpan compositions? Before I begin to answer this question, shout out to my sponsors as always, Tie-Dye at Captain Wiggly's Tie-Dye Empire. He is amazing. Check out his stuff. Link will be below. As well as Hamsa Handpans. Beautiful quality. I will actually be demonstrating some stuff on this to answer this question. So, you're a handpan player. You've either started, you've been playing, you go on the internet and you just see some of these phenomenal players. They're playing 20-note handpans, just rolling their hands. They're going, you know, they have flicks. I don't know if you've seen that yet, but that's actually a technique that you can do, is these flicks that does like a 4-note hit, like that. It's insane. So like, but you're seeing all these people just playing crazy fast, all the way fast. Now, before I even start going to what I wanted to say, playing fast, there's nothing wrong with it. In some compositions, actually it makes perfect sense to do so because of whether the emotion that it's being try to project, or as far as just the way the person is playing, just their style. The way I see it is that basically when I was a beginner, I saw some of these handpan artists and they're, you know, playing in the subways of New York, just like, bam, bam, just going crazy. And I remember feeling very intimidated. I was just like, whoa, you know. And in fact, here in Lexington, some of the players that are just now starting, some of them that I've taught in the past as well, they have as well been like, you know, this is intimidating. I see this. Well, I'm here to tell you that you don't have to be that, especially at the beginning, or at all if you don't want to. The way I see like fast handpan artists, as well as people that's their style for one, and then two, if you were to put handpans like guitar, so you have, in guitar, you have punk rock, you got pop music, you got the simplistic stuff, you got the ethereal things, and then you got metalheads. And to me, like, playing fast on the handpan is like a metalhead of handpan, is the best way I can say it. But then, once again, like, the compositions can really partake in any way in flavor. So it's really on how, just like any genre of music, it's how you want to play. So I wanted to press on this question in general of how can I put silence and pausing, and why should I put pausing or silence in my compositions as I'm writing. So as a beginner, I strongly recommend this in general because one, it's really going to get you used to what the handpan sounds like, especially when it resonates. So if you just really letting it breathe, so you can hear it, so kind of hear it ringing, that really can help you in any type of emotion. So let's say if I was writing a song that I would want to imagine it being almost like the woods, or like something in the woods that might have happened to me in the past or something. Well, that's the same thing with any composition. In the woods, you can start asking questions. Are you being chased in the woods? What would that sound like? Am I contemplating my life in the woods? Am I thinking of something after a breakup? You know, something like that. You can really kind of design your compositions in any way, in any form. So, besides going from the fast, I'm going to show examples of what a fast song could sound like, and then as well as pausing, like what a pause can really enrich melody, and then as well as silence, and how that can be really important, not only for a melody as well as pausing, but also if you're starting to dabble into sound baths, not only for yourself, but for other people, and what that would kind of entail and how it can really center you within yourself. So now I'm going to show examples, so there'll be 3 examples, and then yeah, I hope that you enjoy. If you have any questions as well afterwards, or anything that you want to additionally talk about with this, that's what the comment section is all about. That's why I really want to like kind of make this more of a community thing, just kind of bite-sized things that I'm going to answer, and then we can go into more detail. Or if you have a question that you want me to answer regardless and show any demonstration examples for the future, just let me know. I will catch you in the next one, but here are the 3 examples of all 3: fast, pausing, and silence. Alright, so this is an example of a faster melody. This is Kundalini, one of my songs. I'm not going to play it all the way through, just an example of how there won't be any pauses or silence whatsoever, but it's just part of the song was and how I described it. So, ready? Alright, so now I'm going to do an example of pauses as well as silence. This is on the Sia Jean, the handpan that I got for the ambassadorship. So why this is really important in this type of aspect is that you can still kind of go fast if you want to in certain parts of your melody, but it's really up to you of where you want to put the silence as well as the pausing. So this is just kind of just a random little jam or whatever, but as an example of how you could like intro into a song, kind of bringing it in. And this is also for like sound baths. In your sound baths, you really want to help people ground themselves really calmly and really in a place and a foundation, so to say. So like I normally use this handpan as the center. I bring 3 handpans for my sound baths. We'll talk more about sound baths and further videos as well, but this is just a prime example of how I could maybe bring something into somebody and just really bring that silence and where it's key. So a normal melody without the silence would be like, so that's without any silence or pauses. Let's try that now with pause and silence kind of mixed. See how that just simple change of bringing a kind of a pause in that normal melody, the original melody at the beginning, it just really kind of brings it, grounds it, and then opens it up into whatever I'm creating or wanting to create. So you can really just kind of test and play, like, so that I just added an extra note and let the pause there, or added a pause there. Just really kind of experiment and play around with it. And then naturally, if you really want to bring or build, as you're writing compositions, you kind of want to always have a flow of some sort. You never want to go sporadic and then like all of a sudden calm down. Like you'll need a transition, which we can talk about transitions and such too in other episodes. But in this one, it's like really like you just want to make sure that your compositions always have a flow of some sort, or a cat in the video is this one. So, but like an example of like using the pauses to come back into a rhythm or something, I can kind of show you now. So like, let that pause here there. Back into the main rhythm. This is where you can start doing like tags over them. Add some pan. That's what I think is something that isn't used as much, I feel, and except for like multi-martin and things, is really just letting the pans do the magic that they do, which is naturally calm you and calm you down to something way farther than where you were when you first met the pan, like when you first arrived at sitting and playing the pan. These pans have, yeah, all hand pans just have kind of that magical ring to them. And really putting that into your music is going to focus not only the listener, but yourself inward, and as well as maybe reveal things in them that they didn't realize that they needed to find. And that's the beauty of it, and how you can also use this in sound baths. But once again, Pete Wallace, have a wonderful day. Thanks for all the demos.